What is up, what is up, what is up, YouTube? California Prepper. Alright, well, it's the evening of the second night here, and we've decided to start our shelter. We found this down tree and quite a bit of brush that's already been cut down, so instead of cutting down saplings and killing trees just to try our hand at a primitive shelter, we're going to use these saplings and brush that's already been cut, and it's going to save us quite a bit of work. So we're gonna probably make a lean-to here on this log. Would be plenty enough to get you out of the weather, and small enough to hold in some heat. So we're gonna go ahead and get started dragging some brush over here, and we'll be back at you. Alright, so we've got quite a bit of lumber gathered up. There's gonna be plenty of wood to use here. Most of this stuff is still wet, so this was cut just recently. It looks dead, but it's still quite moist, flexible, and very usable. So I don't think we're gonna have to cut much, if any. We might have to find some pine boughs, things like that, but for the most part, this cut brush is gonna be perfect for building this shelter. So we'll be back with you. Alright, so far we've got the outline figured out, sort of have an idea in my head, a plan to go off of. Guys, this is my first time trying my hand at building a primitive shelter. I've built plenty of forts back in my days. As a kid, man, forts was the coolest thing. It wasn't even hanging out in them, it was building them. And we were always adding on and building extra stuff, so I'm pretty sure I can do it. It's just, it might not be the best way of getting there. We may do some unorthodox methods to get there, but hey, the finish line is the finish line, and as long as we see the finished product and it's a shelter that you can sleep in, which I'm not sure if I'm going to sleep in this weekend or not. Man, there's quite a bit of critters out here. Man, the things that come out at night, it's best just to keep the flashlight off. So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and keep working on this shelter. Got a couple more hours left, but we also got to get dinner cooking, so maybe work on this a little bit more tonight, finish it up tomorrow, and see how it goes. Can't wait to see what happens here. My boy's digging it. My daughter, she's not feeling too good today, so we got some chairs back there for the wife and the daughter to sit in. Get the family involved, something fun, something different, something you can't do in your backyard. Well, most of us can anyways. So again, we'll be back with you as soon as we get some more done here. Unfortunately, I don't have the space or the battery life to film the entire thing, so we're just going to do bits and pieces like this, and I'll show you the progress as we go. So far we got the outline, we got some lumber, and yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Alright, just a quick little update. We got our 2 main support sticks buried, and some rocks around them, so they're going to be pretty sturdy. We're going to use that log as the back of the shelter and just build off that, so I'll keep you guys updated. Here we go. Alright, well, it's getting about that time to start clearing up, start making some dinner, but so far we have a rough frame job. We're going to tie it down here in a second, get all these sticks tied together, knotted up, and man, I think it's pretty good so far. We got more than enough lumber and brush. It's already been chopped for us, so that's saving us a lot of time and effort. That Fiskars little axe, hand axe, is working awesome. Is working awesome. I really haven't had to use my chopping axe for anything. I really don't need any lumber, but it's good to have around if you need to pound stakes into the ground and whatnot, because it has a lot more weight to it than that little hand axe. So it is what it is. It's a nice little axe. It's an older model, but it's nice. So here is the frame, getting eaten up by mosquitoes. Hate dusk. And that's what we have so far. Right over here is our brush pile. Whoa, 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 Daddy fell into a hole. So we have more than enough pre-cut wood, lumber, saplings, whatever you want to call it. We have enough of it. So I'm going to go grab some string. I think I might use fishing line. Considering I'm gonna need so much to wrap around these logs, I don't want to use all my 550 cord, but if I had to, of course I could use that, but I'd rather use some 12-pound test fishing line. So I'm gonna go grab that, get this all wrapped up, tied together for the night, and then probably take back off on it in the morning after we get some breakfast and some coffee into us. So there it is, guys. There's the boy, there's the girl, and one of the dogs, if it'll focus on you. Ouch, I'm getting attacked. All right, guys, Cali P, I'm out of here. All right, so here it is, guys. The mosquitoes getting pretty bad out here, so we're gonna have to call it a night. Go get some calories in us. But the walls are up. Go ahead and stand in the middle, kids, so I can show everybody about how tall it's gonna be. Now, of course, it's gonna slope and you're not gonna be able to stand up in there, but it will get you out of the weather. And I think it's gonna be pretty dang cool. These things are tied together with some 12-pound test fishing line, and they're not going anywhere. They're pretty dang sturdy. Got them buried into the ground and tied to the log as well. So tomorrow it's gonna be real fun getting all this finished up. So far all we've used is a little bit of fishing line, that Fiskars hand axe, and that foldable collapsible shovel. And man, I'm really stoked. This is real fun. I'm enjoying myself. Kids enjoying themselves. So good times. You guys having fun?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. You got a mouthful of Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
All right, YouTube. Hope you guys like day one of the primitive shelter. Tomorrow, I guess somewhat primitive. It's made of sticks and fishing line so far, so we'll see what happens. Cali P, I'm out of here. Say bye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
On a little off, trying to beat back these mosquitoes so we can get a bit more done on the shelter. We've added a center support to sort of raise up the roof to where we can have one side slope up this way and another side slope up this way, as well as a small backward slope. Just because it's springtime, almost summer, doesn't mean that you might not get some rain here and there. We just had some rain last week, so you never know. And hey, this is a shelter, not just a shade screen, I guess you can call it. So we got quite a bit done, all this stuff. We got the other center support buried in. We got everything tied together. It's pretty dang sturdy, about as sturdy as you're gonna get with these little branches, but it's something fun to do. It's not trying to be a permanent shelter. If it was gonna be something permanent, I'd be using a lot larger logs and doing quite a bit more to it, but just something fun to do with the kids, and I think it's turning out pretty nice. So I think we're gonna call it a night because these mosquitoes are just getting terrible. The off is not keeping them back at all, but I was just having too much fun to call it a night. So there she is so far. Really proud of what I've made here. All right, guys, Cali P, I'm out of here.